Pretty cute, huh? One of these is in a 0.25 millimeter nozzle. One is in a 0.4. Stay tuned to find out which. Hello, this is Dan from About That Life in Japan. Welcome back to the channel. Taking a break from being on camera, I have my MK4 3.9. It's been upgraded from MK3S Plus. This was probably one of my first two printing machines, FDM printing machines. And I finally got my MMU3 put on this machine. So I've got two, and this is one of them. This is the adapter with the 0.25 nozzle screwed in from the bottom. So it's not a full replacement nozzle. I'm testing this out to see if the quality is if there's really a difference in quality between 0.25 and 0.4. I think this is printing at 0.05 layer height, and I'm hoping that it's not much of a difference. The overall idea again is to see if there's really a big difference in quality, and I'm hoping, like I said, I'm hoping there isn't. In the upper right hand corner, you should see what the color change swap looks like on the MMU3. Really pretty impressive. I'm pretty happy with the system. If you're not familiar, you have to put this together from a kit or upgrade an existing kit. If you had seeing the filament just swoop out from the top of the extruder, going back to the buffer, and then the new color being loaded, going back into the extruder. Anyone familiar with 3D printing, you know this is something that you would normally do by hand, unless you were using a newer, color, capable machine. But this is pretty cool, and just the idea that it sits on the top of the frame, not such a heavy load. I was really concerned about that, but amazingly, even with this input shaping and all this movement, it doesn't seem to bother the MMU3 system at all. It swapped from the green to the blue, and then after that 1 second of blue, it immediately went out and swapped again to the white. And as you can see, this is a pretty smooth transition. This print is almost done. I could have continued to print out a full coaster, but again, this was just a test to print out the image and see how much detail I could get with this 0.25 nozzle. So far, it's looking very, very good. Well, it is finished. Finally, you can see the purge tower on the side, and this is the end result of the 0.25 Grogu. Overall, it's pretty neat. I can't really complain. You can see the thickness. I just wanted to test out the image. The real coaster would be quite a bit thicker than this, but this is where we are. Not bad. That was a 0.25 with the adapter nozzle that I used for the first Grogu. And I have now prepared to switch to the 0.4. In the settings, you need to go in and change the hardware. And you can see here, the diameter was set at 0.25. Switch this to 0.4. This is something, the G-code, if you pop in the wrong G-code, it will give you a message if you go to print or try to print with the wrong G-code. So make sure you pay attention. Switch it out to the 0.4, go in and check your color profiles and hit print. And let's get started. This print took much less time. This print was printed with 0.4 millimeter nozzle and 0.15 millimeter layer height. So the previous Grogu was printed with 0.25 millimeter nozzle, remember, and 0.05 millimeter layer height. So this was pretty much 3 times thicker than the first one, and the print speed is considerably faster. But again, this is a test to see how much of a difference in quality will this print be in the end, and hopefully we'll have an idea in just a second. So now that both prints are finished, can you see a difference in the Grogus? One of these is printed with 0.25 millimeter nozzle. One is printed with 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Other than that little portion on the ear, no complaints there. Again, this could be from the extrusion. I probably have to dial in some settings, or maybe it was just bad luck, but either way, I can't complain about these. Thickness is the same, and here it is. Yeah, did you guess correctly? That one on the left was printed with 0.25, and this one is 0.04. You can see a beautiful layer, first layer with the 0.25. I mean, it just sat on this build plate perfectly. Overall, the quality of these, I can't complain. I mean, they both look amazing, especially with this being a textured build plate. I think this was pretty neck and neck. You can see my MMU3s at the top. I've got 2 machines running the MMU3 system, but I only use this one to keep it fair. Thanks for watching.